Hey, what's happening? This is, I guess we call it episode 2. Quasi the MC is where I do a bar breakdown. And yeah, we just gonna get it in. What I'll do is put in the comments where I got the beat from. The reason I have kind of slow to make a move on like dropping beats and things of that such is because I'm looking for the right kind of sound. You know what I mean? Like that's why so much of the old school I go back and get. Sometimes I'm really digging the East Coast, that Northern Wu-Tang, that De La Soul. I'm digging that. But then other times my roots are the South. You know what I mean? One of my rhymes I say something about the infectious Wu beats. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was digging until the South got a hold of me, and I started talking about Outkast, Goody Mob. That's really where it was. That's the others I listen to, but I definitely gotta say Outkast is a heavy influence of mine. But I'm gonna break these bars down again. I'll put in the comments where the beat is. So it starts off by saying "Bars Are Us," and "Bars Are Us." I think my man P did I think he did a mixtape called "Bars Are Us." That dude is lyrical, but I don't know. I was just thinking about bars. Bars are us, and then I say it's a barrage of syntactical genius. So in rapping, there are some times when you kind of braggadocious. Me again, I try to keep it limited because I am ultimately an independent artist that wants to lift up the name of Christ as well. So I say it's a barrage of syntactical genius, and I say syllables and time and good vibes, but at times I make it up. I make up some of the fillers, which you'll see in a minute, because some of this stuff, when I look back on it, I don't even know what my train of thought was. But I know I just go with it. Speaking of train of thought, I say caught betwixt Chuggington and Thomas the Train. See, that's what I'm talking about, train of thought. So I talk about Chuggington. My kids used to watch it, and Thomas the Train. So I'm caught between them, running like Forrest, hopping cars, and Polar Expressing. So if you know, Forrest Gump was played by, what's my man name? I don't know why his name slips me, but he also was the one, it's his voice in, he played Forrest Gump, and he also was in Polar Express. Man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back and put up under this picture what that man's name is. And then I say, and I got a golden ticket. Now I'm talking about, I'm singing, so this is double entendre. I'm singing Golden Ticket from Willy Wonka, but I'm talking about the golden ticket that was in Polar Express that allowed him to ride the train. And I say, and it's the ram in the bush that was caught up in the thicket. So I'm saying I got a golden ticket, I'm getting a pass, but then I'm saying because of the ram in the bush. I'm talking about Abraham when he took Isaac up to sacrifice him. And then I say, then labeled the location Jireh. You understand, Jehovah Jireh, the Lord that provide. And I say, live to fight again. So things are good, things are irie. So I'm using my Jamaican patois. Y'all understand me? They say everything's good, or everything's irie. And I say, could be the old me that's still trapped in the mire. Talking about as a sinner, I was trapped in the mire. To the throne, I made a dash, like Jeremiah felt fire. I felt the fire of the Holy Ghost, which then I ran to the throne looking for grace. You understand this? My thoughts are only high when they're His. So my ways are not His ways, but when I take His ways, that's when my thoughts are really high. Get this message. And I say, to find me, point up, and I'm there, like Chingy did. See, I say my thoughts are only high when they're His. To find me, point up, and I'm there, like Chingy did. Talking about Chingy from the Loop. Lifestyle of the famous, tailored like Liz. Liz Taylor. Tailored like Liz. Then it says, I want copper white diamond. I'm talking about jewelry because that ain't really my thing. But then that white diamond is also the name of the fragrances of Liz Taylor. And it says, my passion is about my kids. She also had a fragrance, Passion. I wore Passion as a young man. I love that fragrance. And then I say, brand names and games got me shunning the bourgeoisie. Fred Engels and Karl Marx said that the world was in a capitalistic society. There's haves and have-nots, bourgeoisie and proletariat. And I say, y'all, Marx is really trying hard to agitate me. So I say Marxist as in Karl Marx, but I really am saying y'all Marx. Like I know in the West Coast, Cube and those guys used to always talk about you a mark. I said, y'all trying hard to agitate me. I said, it's like I'm being begged to revolt, because they said, Engels said ultimately the proletariat there's gonna be a revolution, violent. I said, I'm asking like People Hernandez from Shaft. People Hernandez said, does you got a boat? That was his question. He asked the guy in prison, does he have a boat? And he said, want to float. Then I just add to the boat part to make the song, to make the lyrics, just to tell the story. I said, want to float into a room with some theme music like I'm Shaft. See, so I'm trying to tell you where I got the People Hernandez from. And then it says, I once mentioned Fanning the Flames, like Backdraft. Remember the movie Backdraft? I'm trying to dig here, man. I told you, I've been listening to crap, taking stuff in my whole life. Now I'm just ready to get it out. Then I said, lit the sky up with flames, incendiary. Incendiary is a synonym, talking about flames. Pyromaniacs, shoot till the bombs burst, Francis Key. Remember, Francis Scott Key is the one who wrote the Star Spangled Banner. Come on, y'all see how I'm going here? So then I said, Francis Key, like John P. For the gospel people, John P. Key. When God says stop, I'll bow out gracefully. This is a bar breakdown. Y'all stick with me. Quasi the MC, stick with me. I'm just trying to explain it, so then you learn that this is pretty much my style. I try to keep the story going, and then you'll be able to look back and see when I cut it off and I start with another idea. Just going, man. It's doing God's work.